it was around $11,000. And well, I've been doing consistently around $8,000 to $9,000 per month, but it's been going well.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Marcus Dank here, and today I'm super excited because I'm sitting here with one of our clients, Eduardo, who has been absolutely crushing it over the last couple of months with remote closing. So I decided to invite him for an interview to chat a little bit with Eduardo about his story, his success, and yeah, how everything went over the last couple of months. So hey, Eduardo, appreciate you taking the time and being here.
Hey man, it's nice to be here. Nice to see you and Carmine as well. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, good to have you. And today I'm really super excited because especially with you, a lot of things happening, right? You're one of our Latin clients as well. Yeah, I'm just super excited to speak with you of your success and how the last couple of months have been really going for you. So yeah, I mean, let's start right there. Maybe you can share with us what was kind of the biggest month that you had with remote closing since we started working together, and then also on average, how you're doing in terms of income wise.
Of course, man. Well, my best month, it was around $11,000. And well, I've been doing consistently around $8,000 to $9,000 per month, but it's been going well.
Awesome, big congratulations. So that's US dollars, right? US dollars.
Yes.
11,000 US dollars and yes. $8,000 to $9,000 consistently. Well, that's exciting, man. Congratulations. That's really, really cool. So tell us maybe a little bit about first, how did everything started? Like, where have you been before? What have you been doing before? Give us a little bit of an overview. Like, where were you in the beginning, Eduardo?
Of course, man. Well, as you remember, we met when I was going as a internship in Volkswagen here in Puebla. After that, I got a job in Volkswagen. I was there for around 5 years, but this year I found an opportunity. I was prepared, and well, it was easier than I thought. But I liked it a lot. I like to help people while I'm making money. At first I was doing both things. I was working in my previous job and my new closing sales job because, I was a little bit afraid because of the change, but yeah. I think it's normal. I have some bills to pay before I left my normal job, just to be sure. I wanted to make a good transition, but, in July of this month, I begin with that process, and in October, I quit my job in Volkswagen, and I'm 100% on high ticket closing right now.
That's amazing. So you successfully made the transition out of your 9-to-5 job into, yeah, basically working remotely, or you're working from home right now, I guess, if I understand this correct. That's great. So back then, when you have been working at your regular job, kind of what was the income like there for you? Like, has that doubled, or like, give us a perspective on that?
Of course, in my previous job, let's say on average, 2 to 2.5 US dollars, 2.5 thousand US dollars. And well, now it's like 4 times that amount.
4 times. So wow, that makes basically, if I'm hearing you right, you're making now what you made back then in a month, actually generating that income in like a week.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes, that's my average, man.
That's awesome. Cool. I mean, maybe so first of all as well, in what language are you doing the closing calls, the inbound calls?
Yes, I'm currently closing in Spanish. Sometimes I've been this is a little bit weird because I've taken calls in Spanish, but I've closed like 3 deals in English because it requires it was a little bit difficult because it's not my first language and I'm trying to improve it, but I thought it could be harder, but I could.
That's great. So you're actually closing deals in Spanish. And I also, if I think about it, there are a lot of people who are talking to me and they're like, Marcus, my English is not the best. Is it still possible if you speak with an accent or something like that? What would you tell to someone who, maybe English is not their first language and they're wondering, hey, is that possible too?
Of course, it is possible. You saw me, I was struggling a lot in the program in the beginning, but I think it's just really, really want to make that change. And if you try to improve it, practicing the role plays help it a lot. I think that I practice a lot more English with role plays than with regular English classes. That was great.
Yeah.
And it is possible, but I think it was only the fear that was holding me back from doing that. But it's really, really impressive the change you helped me make.
That's awesome, Eduardo. That's cool. Give us a little bit more perspective on what exactly it is that you're closing. Again, you don't have to name any names, right? Of course, but maybe give us more of a high level idea. What kind of industry are you currently in? Yeah, give us a little bit of an idea. Again, just whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
Okay, man. I'm working with an academy that offers Amazon FBA programs, and well, I'm very, very happy there because we are helping a lot of people to make more money. And I think there are different things that can help people to make more money, but I love the way I'm doing it because I'm helping other people to make money while I make money, and I work from home. I work around 5 hours per day. And this was my first year traveling a lot. I'm traveling here in Mexico right now, but I had an accident and I'm right now in my house. But last week I was in Los Cabos. I was with my I
That's
felt
great.
like awake from surgery and in the beach having a call with a client. And well, I'm loving it, man. It's really, really great traveling and working from wherever I want.
So you're really taking advantage of the possibilities for you being able to work from anywhere and having a little bit more freedom in your work, while of course
Totally
making a lot more as well. That's exciting. Okay, so you're basically in the business industry, so to speak, or the make money industry, make money online industry, and education, right? So you help
right.
people with their Amazon FBA business, et cetera, to get that built up and so on, if I understood you correct.
That's correct.
That's awesome. That's an exciting niche to be in for sure. That's great. So Eduardo, if you would look at our mentoring program and the two of us working together, like, what would you say was your biggest lesson that you got from the mentoring program? And again, don't give away too much, of course, right? But just like, what was like the one or maybe two things that you feel that you really took out of the mentoring program, the biggest lesson?
My biggest lesson, changing my mentality. I thought that was the biggest one because I was in my comfort zone. I was thinking that there was no other options out of my current job, that I was doing great. And when I found out that there are a lot of better ways to make more money, to have less work, less working in the week, and working from anywhere I want, and just the wealth and the time and everything about that changing my mentality. It was really, really hard, man. For me, specifically, I had a lot of limiting beliefs. I was very, very afraid of dumping my last job, but I thought that was the main thing I needed to work on it, changing my mentality. But taking advantage of that, the other things is just practicing. Then it was great, man.
So it's all up in here. The biggest majority of the things, the mentality. And were there ever the thought of you, like maybe when you first heard about remote closing, wow, this really sounds too good to be true. Like, is that really real? Did you ever had these types of thoughts like before you jumped into the program, or?
Yes. Well, I don't know if you remember. I think you do, but we met when, as I told you, when we were just internships.
Yeah, we were both working. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
After that, I was sewing your Instagram stories, your obviously your travels, all the things you were posting, and just at the beginning, I thought, hey, what the hell is doing this man? But I was curious. I contacted you. I remember all the thing, and when I find out that it was really possible, well, I I was convinced that you're a good person, because I know you directly, but it was very hard for me to find out that there are a lot of better things that having a regular job, and sales has being the most important for me right now.
Absolutely, especially if we look at you, or we also have a bunch of other successful clients, some of them even closing alongside with you on the opportunity that you're on. Like, if you live in Mexico, okay, you already had for Mexican standards, let's say, or for the Mexican economy, like you already had a very well paid good job, right? And then leaving that and making the transition and taking the risk, so to speak, right?
Right.
I can imagine that, how that must kind of challenge you to really say, okay, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make the jump. That now you're doing like 4 times as much in income. It's just, and you're still in Mexico, right? So
Right.
you're earning in dollars, but you're spending in Mexican peso, which makes it even more fun, I would say. So
yes, it's the best, man, because I told you at the beginning of the program that I had a mortgage. Do you remember? That was
yes.
like one of my first thing to talk with you about. And well, I finished my mortgage 2 months ago.
Congrats,
I
bro.
bought my I bought my first car. For the company I had a car, but I bought my first car. Uh, I'm just doing fine, man. Now I'm saving money to make a trip for Europe. I already bought the tickets to
Oh,
Spain.
good.
Then
Awesome.
I'm trying to uh, you know uh, to reach all the goals I had, uh, of traveling, of paying my bills, of just be okay. Don't have to worry about paying each month my mortgage, because well, it was a lot. It was like half of my salary, and that was a lot.
Yes.
At the end of the month, I was struggling sometimes to uh, you know having some money for me, for traveling, for doing things I want to do. And now, well, it's really good not to be worried about that. Then it's really great, man. What can I say?
Man, this is so great to hear. Like, Eduardo, what does like your family, or does your family know how things have changed? Like, how much were they aware of this progress? Because it is also like almost like a transformation for you. We talked about it before, a lot of going on up here. So what does your family say about your progress, about your success now, or like, yeah, what are they saying, or do they know?
Yes, well, mainly my girlfriend Karen. She was supporting me all the time since I was in the program with you. When I talked with her about quitting my job because the mortgage was, it was a shared mortgage. Then it was a really big decision to make.
Yeah.
She was supporting me all the time, and she's very happy right now because I'm having more time for me for doing things I want to do. I was very afraid of my mom because, well, she has supported me obviously all my life, especially when I was in the university. 5 years of university to go to this job. When I told her that I was hired in Volkswagen, she was very happy. Then I thought, then what is she gonna say when I told her I just want to quit of that job? But I talked with her. Uh, there, how can I say that? I don't mind what people say, but she's my mother, and in Mexico, Mexican moms,
Yes.
but
Mexican ones, yeah.
she took it very good. I show her that I was doing great, that I was happier, and well, what can I say, man? She's my mom. My brother, obviously, he's supporting me. I'm trying to help him with sales as well. And
Good.
well, he's learning right now, but well, my whole family is supporting me, man, and they're happier. They are very happy as me.
That's awesome, man. That's so great. That's cool. So they're happy about your progress, about your transformation. They're supportive. That's awesome. So and at the same time, I mean, now you have your ankle broken. Yeah, you told me. So right now you can still work a little bit. Yeah, if you would have still been in your 9 to 5, that would have been a little bit more difficult for sure. So what does your day-to-day life look like now? I mean, of course, now you have the situation with your foot, with your ankle, or with your foot that you have to take care of. But like, what does your day-to-day life look like right now? What are you up to? How has that changed from before?
Totally. Well, in the beginning, it was very hard for me, making the change because I had uh, the previous job and closing sales at the same time. I was doing a lot of hours, but after that, I just got like 3 weeks or 1 month before I broke my ankle. So it was like having more time for me. I like making sport. In fact, that was the thing that it got me injured right now. But
Right.
I'm having time for checking some books I want to read a long time ago. For now, I can't do a lot of things, but I'm trying to improve a little bit my English. I'm trying to learn new things. I'm trying to watch my closing sales in the meeting, just to improve my closing rate. I'm trying to rest. Obviously, I just want to improve my mentality. I'm trying to work on that because yes, I made an advance about that, but there's a way long to improve. Then I want to prove that, and of course, the time with my family because, for example, today my mom visited me. I could have I could have food with her. We were talking, and well, in the other work, I was from 9 to 5 mostly. I could be required in the meeting whenever they want. And now, obviously, I have my own schedule, and I can decide whether or not to work. For now, I just wanted more calls because, to be here in the house with a lot of time.
Right. Yeah.
I just want to do something, but uh, I'm doing very good, man. I had a lot of time to make exercise in that month that I was free.
Right. Yeah.
Just trying to catch up with some friends I haven't seen in a long time, and that has been my free month. Now I'm trying to get better, to begin traveling. As I said, I bought my tickets to Europe. I'm gonna be there for 2 months visiting some friends in Munich, in Paris, in I know Luxembourg.
Luxembourg. Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Luxembourg.
yes, but I'm
Right.
I'm getting ready for doing that.
That sounds amazing. So you're really enjoying the extra time that you have at hand. And also you said something that I just quickly want to jump on there as well. You're still constantly improving. That's a pattern that I see with our clients who really were very, very successful. They constantly keep working on themselves. It's like, oh, okay, I arrived, that's it. No, you're constantly improving. You said when you have extra time, you listen to your own calls. You're trying to get a learning. You're trying to get better. Right. And this is a quality that you also really have, that you just keep on constantly improving, keep on constantly learning and getting better and leveling up. Right. So just keeping at a nice pace in terms of growth. Something that I was curious about right now is for how long did it take you to get to the 11K per month, like the biggest month that you had? Like, how long did that take you in terms of time from when you finished the mentoring, you started on the offer, you got the first calls, let's say, and then how long did it take you that you reached the point where you were making 11K? Just that someone who's watching this has a little bit of a perspective, like how much time we're talking, right?
Right. For me, it was a little bit longer than my other mates on the program. But in my case, it was because, as I said, of my mentality of having a lot of stuff that I shouldn't do, or when I finished the program, I thought it was like in July or September of the 2021. And I left the program because of some personal things. When I took it in the beginning of this year, I began like in February with another program. But I thought that wasn't the right opportunity, but I was getting prepared. Then for hitting the $11,000 from February, let's say that, July, around 6 months. But on July, my first month, I had $9,000. That was my first month on this opportunity. Then I was very impressed. I thought it couldn't be possible, but when you begin closing, when you begin talking with people, it's easier than you think.
Absolutely.
That was my first month. I thought $9,000. And after that, just 2 months after, I hit $11,000. Then 3 months on the right spot.
Gotcha. That's great. That's good. I mean, it took you a little bit, right, to have everything sink in, to kind of grow into this, and then also transition out of your job. But that's exciting. How did you find that opportunity? Because that's also a question getting a lot. How do you get the opportunity? Marcus, do you introduce us to opportunity? Like, do you help me? Like, how was that in your case?
Of course. About that, it was a recommendation of one of your students. That helps a lot, having a big community of closers, that helps because you know about one or another offer, and you can recommend your partners with these coaches. And well, Juan helped me. He gave me the chance to know the coach of this program. I had an interview. Of course, we practiced that on the program. I remember when we had the role plays with coaches or program owners, and well, that worked. I had the right opportunity. It's just that the right opportunity and just to be prepared. That's all. But Juan helped me, and I'm very grateful with him.
That's awesome. Cool. So basically, from a friend that you made inside of our community, he connected, and off you go to that closing gig. That's amazing.
That's correct.
And this is usually also how it works. So either you get introduced by me, right? Either you just follow the steps in the program and you create your own opportunity, or the third one that I see a lot is just within the community, opportunities getting basically passed from one to each other, and people getting connected. That's great.
Yes, man. That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, now before we wrap things up or we slowly come to an end here, Eduardo, like what would you say to someone who's watching this right now until this point, and maybe that person is not 100% sure about joining the program, or they are considering joining, but they don't know if this is the right thing for them, or if this, you know, they may be thinking this is too good to be true or whatever. Like, what would you say to someone who is kind of on the edge of doing or of jumping into remote closing and yeah, going down this path?
Well, I could tell two things. I think the first thing would be just try it. It's worth it. You know, there's a lot of things that depend on us. Sales is one of them. If you practice good enough, if you have the right mentorship, you're gonna hit it. Then just try it. It depends a lot on you. Then you know, there are a lot of things that you depend on other people. Closing depends only on your skills, on how much you're prepared. If you have the right skill set, then you're gonna be able to have a good opportunity. And of course, the contacts help a lot. Then I found everything in your program that was great. And the second thing is that that's a personal advice, because it took me a lot of time, because I was in a lot of things. I was in my job. I had some things. I was trying to be an entrepreneur. And well, when I decided to focus only on closing, it was easier for me. You know, there are a lot of things that you could do in the meantime, but I thought that it's or the best thing you can do is focusing on your skills, or on closing, just practicing. Yes, it's not gonna be from one day to tomorrow or the next week, but if you put effort enough, you're gonna make it. Just focus on sales, and of course try it. There's a lot of people I know that from your program that are crushing it. And well, I like to be part of that group now.
You are, Eduardo. You are. You're amazing. You're doing amazing. Your work ethic as well. I just want to say that to you is very, very admirable. You're a hardworking, smart working person, smart guy. And yeah, it's really great having you in our community, and of course working with you, being there with you. Eduardo, is there anything else that you want to mention before we wrap things up?
Well, just one thing. I just want to say thank you to you and Carmina, because you know, in that time that I wasn't doing good, you were always trying to reaching out, pushing to make the right things, on obviously helping me to know what is the next step. That helped me a lot. Yes, I found myself lost at some point, but that was because I wasn't asking enough, but you were always there. And well, I like to have that support. I know I have that support still. That's great to know, because I can go with the program or go to the classes if I want, or I can listen to the classes just to continue improving. You know, that's great. And well, I just want to be thankful with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been amazing working with you. Like I said, right, you're an amazing client, taking action, and of course there were some ups and downs, right? But we managed. Yeah, and we also keep on growing you. Okay, that's also something like what's next for you? Like, do you already have in mind what's next for you?
Well, for now, I think I just want to focus on closing at least this year and 2023. Obviously, I want to make a career of that.
Yeah.
But you know, when I told you in the beginning that one of my dreams was investing and having the wealth to do that, I just want to save to do it in the future. But I'm gonna do both things. Obviously, focusing on closing and just investing my money to to be wealth in the future.
I love that. That's a great goal. Yeah, Eduardo. Again, thank you so much for taking the time today to go through your story and through your experience. Congratulations one more time on your success, Eduardo.
Thanks,
I
man.
will see you inside of our community. Okay, and if you are still watching this until here, yeah, congratulations to you as well. If you're interested in learning more about remote closing and who me and my team might be able to help you with this, I'm gonna put a link down below in the description where you can get access to free training, where you can learn more about how everything works. And yeah, I hope I see you inside very, very soon as well. And Eduardo, thank you one more time. And yeah, like I said, I see you inside of our community. Take
Thank
care,
you,
man.
man. It's a pleasure. Take care.
Likewise, take care. Bye-bye.
See ya.